Shadow people. A shadow person, also sometimes called shadow man or shadow figure, are supernatural shadow-like humanoid beings that have been seen for thousands of years. They are dark, black figures that move in a quick motion or are often seen standing in a corner of a room. Shadow entities come in many forms and have been reported all over the world. Sometimes the shadow person is seen wearing a hat, which has earned it the name Hat Man. Hat Man is often considered eerie and more sinister than other shadow people. Hat Man and shadow people in general are often associated with hostile environments and aggressive behavior, which can have a negative effect on families, individuals, or a location. In some cases, these events are terrifying for the family and can cause lasting effects. Just what these shadow beings are is open to interpretation. Some see them as benevolent, while others say they are evil and aggressive. They are often reported moving with quick, jerky movements and then quickly disintegrating into walls or other solid objects. Some believe that these shadow people have always existed and that they feed upon our emotions. Emotions such as fear and sadness. Witnesses often describe feelings of oppression and dread. This cycle can seem to become unbreakable. Join us as we investigate a house with a 40-year history of paranormal phenomena and talk with a family that has lived through the terror of the Shadow House. The house itself is located in southeastern Kentucky, an area that is steeped in historic feuds, strange happenings, and legendary creatures. In this type of investigation, it is important to learn all you can about the house and the property. After the initial meeting with the homeowner, it was time to research the history of the house. Our investigators spent hours researching old records and deeds and conducting interviews to uncover the history of the house. The team traced the record of the house back to 1958. This led them to believe the house was constructed around that time. Over the years, the house and property changed hands several times as recorded in the deed records. Then, in the 1980s, a married couple moved into the house and all seemed well for a while, until some strange events started happening to the wife that would take a toll on her and her family.
Hello, dear. How was your day?
Hello, sweetie. Oh, it was wonderful. I baked a pie and took it to the neighbors.
It's really good.
Mrs. Smith's been under the weather lately.
Well, I know they'll enjoy that pie. They sure are good. And it's good to have good neighbors. They sure are been a blessing and a big help to us.
Oh, I love it here.
Well, that's good. You know, Jeannie's got a basketball game this evening, so we got to get ready to go to that. Watch her play basketball.
I think I like those better than she does.
Yeah.
We get to watch her play,
Right.
And I like talking to the other parents.
Well, it's always good to be around other people and get new ideas and watch those kids play basketball. They really have a good time.
Oh, heavens, yes.
Yes, it is.
From voices coming from the walls to dark black shadows moving around in the rooms, the woman was under attack from supernatural forces.
Your end is near.
As the activity continued, it weighed heavy on her, to the point she couldn't take it anymore. She tried to tell her family, but they didn't understand why she was shooting at the walls or what was happening to her. Eventually, the strain became too much for all of them.
You've got to snap out of this. You've got to get over this. Something's got to be done.
You don't hear them? You don't hear them?
I don't hear or see anything in this house. You've got to get out of it.
I'm not crazy.
We're going to take you to the doctor. You've got to go to the doctor.
I'm not crazy.
I'm over this. I'm out of here.
I can't take this.
Okay, we don't want to do this, but we got to. We got to do this.
Mom, we need to help you. You've shot up the walls. You shot up the neighbor's son while he was working on his car. They used to mow your grass. You used to bake them pies.
But they were trying to help them. Why won't you believe me?
That's what we're trying to do, is to help you.
We're just going to get you to the hospital, Mom. We're going to get you well. It's okay.
Come on.
Years later, in 2007, the Perkins family purchased the property and moved into the house. It was a happy time for the young couple.
Honey, I'm excited. I cannot wait to be able to spend the rest of our lives in this house. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think we've got an amazing house.
Oh yeah, it's everything we wanted in the house. I was going to ask you, where do you want me to put this box in?
If you don't mind, just put it in the back room back there with the rest of it, and we'll go through it later.
All right.
Not long after moving in, the shadow figures made themselves known, scaring and terrorizing the family until they left the home. But the couple would later return and attempt to live in the house despite all the paranormal activity.
Maybe nothing will happen tonight. Maybe they'll leave us alone and go away and we can have a kiss tonight.
They're always here. They're always watching.
But once again, the Perkins family was forced out of the house due to the activity. It was so bad the couple ran out of the house, leaving their belongings. After abandoning the home, the couple purchased another home that was nearby. Fearing that someone might break into their old house, Anthony set up a security camera in one of the rooms. What he captures on the camera is extraordinary. In this clip, something turns the light off, and then back on, and then back off in a matter of minutes. Perhaps the most intriguing clips are those that captured the black shadows. In this clip, the camera appears to be forcibly turned, and then not long after, a dark shadow moves from left to right. In another clip, we see a dark human shape appear and move around the room. Oddly, it originates in the same area where the light was turned off and on. Lead investigator Tony Felosi met with the Perkins family to get more details about the events and the videos.
Probably about in 1987, I was living in Florida, and I was laying in my bed one night. Mom and them had a bunch of people over. They was trying to get us kids in the bed as quick as possible. And I was laying there, and I just had a really bad feeling. I got really scared. All of a sudden, I looked over to my left-hand side while laying in the bed, and there was a bunch of people in my room. A bunch of dark people. They're just kind of chatting amongst themselves over there. And I started pulling the cover up over the, to the tip of my nose. Well, out of all these people, they stopped talking. They start coming over to my bed and just standing around my bed. And at the foot of the bed, they stood a really tall one with red eyes, just staring at me. He just leaned over the bed, right to my face, staring at me. And I remember pulling the cover up over my head and start praying and screaming for Mom. And it probably wasn't 5-6 seconds, maybe. She come in there, she got mad, but they were gone. And I tried to explain to her that there was people in my room. Dad looked outside, couldn't find anybody. The windows hadn't been touched, nothing under the bed, nothing in the closet. It was all gone. Well, a few nights later, that same big, dark, red-eyed shadow figure come back, but this time he was in the corner of my room just sitting there, just staring me down. You could just feel the evil intent from him. There was something about him I can't explain. Well, after that, I hadn't seen him for a very, very long time until we moved into the house.
When I was a kid, my aunt was babysitting me. We had been down at the house I live in now. We were down there playing. She took me home to, we were living in the trailer, this is all the same land.
Area, right?
Yeah. And she opened the door and let me in. I looked down the hallway and I saw a black figure leaned up against the wall with his leg kind of propped up on the wall and a hat, And he's laying down like this. And I stopped her, we ran and got my grandpa. And he came and checked and he said, well, there's nobody there. I don't know what it was.
And me and Anthony, when we got together, we moved in the house. We were so happy. I had forgot a lot of that stuff. Everything settled down.
And the house it's not like you're moving into a spooky looking house where you think, oh, this is going to be bad. It's just a regular house. Like, we were happy to have our first place. I was laying on the couch bed, and this is a little bit later. I was laying there, and we had like saucers and plates sitting on a table here that was made into the couch. And she went into the bedroom to sleep. And I'm laying here trying to go to sleep, and I hear the saucers and plates going.
And at the same time, I'm hearing something in that bedroom.
I thought she just heard the plates rattling, and as soon as it stopped, I was so scared. I was like, "What in the heck?" And she said, "Hey, Anthony, you can come in here and lay if you want to,
Intuitive healer and psychic Holly Mullins was brought to the home in an effort to unravel the mystery surrounding the activity.
I am a modern-day granny woman from the Appalachian Mountains. I'm a psychonaut, which is traveling outside of the body. A lot of spiritual work. I work with past life regressions, a lot of shamanic work on the celestial level.
We're going to go in, and Holly is going to do a walkthrough. She's going to try to tell us a little bit about the spiritual side or the entity that's in the home.
I think that, I feel that, and on the way down here, I was getting that feeling. It's the feeling I get. So when you feel negative energy, it makes your body react a certain way, right? So my body was reacting before we came. So I could feel a sick to my stomach, you need to beef up. You're really going into something that has some negative things going on. So let me alliterate on that, because negative doesn't mean demonic. I don't want to put that out there, because negative energy can be brought on by many different things. And obviously one here is, like Tony said, oppression. And that is caused by emotions. So emotions can cause oppression. There's an open well.
Close by?
There's an open well somewhere. Yeah, definitely.
You're standing over it.
Yeah.
They built the house over the well.
Because when you have an area that's tainted and you've got people living in the area for years, what happens is that energy attaches to them. So they become oppressed. So unless that is healed, it's going to continue. So it's like it trickles down, right? It's like having bad water that makes people sick. You drink the water. But also that goes back to the water, the well.
Holly requests to be left alone in the house in an attempt to make a deeper connection with the energy in the home. Holly shares some of her thoughts and findings with Tonya about the house.
You just came out of the house. Tell us what you felt. And you mentioned that there are certain points in the house that more, maybe I don't know if active is the right word, or have more energy in them than others.
More energy, and I mentioned portal earlier, and that's what I told Tony when I was out here standing, because the longer you're here, the more the energy, you feel it more. Mm-hmm. Like you start to connect with the house starts connecting with you more, the land, any energy that's here starts to rise, right? Because you're here and they know we're here, obviously. So I feel like there's 2 points, and one of them is in the connection between a bathroom, a bedroom, and like a laundry room, mm-hmm. and the kitchen. So it's right there. You stand there and it just overcomes you. And then
now I want you to remember this, because I'm not even gonna part of some of the stories that in the previous interviews with Mr. and Ms. Perkins, that comes into play.
Really?
Oh yes.
Wow.
Yeah, more than what you realize.
Wow. Okay.
So let's go on that note. Let's go over and get with Mr. Perkins.
Okay.
And sit down.
During her walkthrough, Holly hit on several key factors in regard to the home and the energy within it. After the walkthrough, we sat down with Anthony, the owner of the home, to discuss the property.
So on the way down here, I made Tony let us know, like, when we're getting close. Although we can feel it, it's just like the spirit, anything energy-wise knows we're coming. You know, they know. So I felt that. It's like a gut punch, almost like a sick to your stomach feeling. It becomes a little overwhelming. It's like your chest gets a little heavy. So upon coming into the house, there were certain areas of the house that I felt energy more than others, and the imprints of energy. So it's like I was telling Tony, I said, you know, it feels like at one time this used to be a happy place. Like this was actually a happy place. You can pull up through here and tell that there's an energy. There's something not right, you know, that's off. But particularly in the house, in the hallway opening where the bathroom is, the bedroom and the kitchen and the washroom or whatever, mm-hmm. I could stand there and I could feel that energy. It felt like something traumatic had happened there, and that energy imprinted. But all through the house, there's traumatic and oppression and all the stuff that, you know, continuously happens to keep people down. So the other spot that I felt like an energy point at was between the wall and the bedroom and the living room. So there was like a circle that I could just see in my mind where an energy point would be, right where the wall, I guess the inside of the closet of the bedroom, that whole area in between.
Well, the back room was the where you were talking about in front of the bathroom is mm-hmm. The lady who lived there when I was a kid, the first person I ever remember living there, that's where she stood and shot holes in the back of the house. She shot holes. There used to be bullet holes in the back of the house because she had stood right there, and I don't know what she saw, but she had fired bullet holes through the back of the house there, and we constantly heard noises. That's where everything would start from, would be either in that back bedroom or in right there, you know.
Yeah.
And we'd hear stuff like run. We'd go in that bedroom and shut the door, and we'd hear stuff run through the house, like
Yeah.
run up to the door.
Anthony validated the experiences that Holly had while in the house. He also confirmed the possibility of there being a water well under the home.
And the first thing that stood out was a well. So I don't know exactly. I guess more into the investigation that we'll find out more and about a well. But there was I don't know if there's a well under the house.
Yes.
Holly had no prior knowledge of the security footage or the history of the house. Her connections validated some of what the investigators already knew about the location. It was now time to bring in some equipment and attempt to document these areas and the activity within the home. The team attempts to document the energy where the shadow man appeared.
Move it away from the light just a little bit. See, it shouldn't do that. Look at that. Now that's a temperature.
That's a temperature. That's what's like. That's our heat. Maybe coming off the bulb. Maybe no. That's a fluorescent.
See, that shouldn't
Again,
do that.
things should continue. There should be no difference.
This is not doing anything.
He's touching. They have, for that alarm to go off, somebody has to touch the antenna.
Just so you know, my thumb is not here. I'll show you my thumb. That's my hand. You can see my fingers at all times, and my thumb.
Okay, pull it away from the wall just a shade. That may be part of it. Pull it away from. There we go.
Wonder if
I want to. If it's whatever it is, I want to know.
Right.
What it is. I'm that guy. I mean, but
I wonder
there. But a minute ago, I was right here.
But I think if you get the antenna too close to the wall,
it may be.
Look at that. No, by George. No, it shouldn't. It should not do that, Paul. It shouldn't do that. But now, look at that. Now, Darla, do you remember the video?
Mm-hmm.
Where did it manifest at?
Right here.
Right here.
Up, over.
Okay, now why is it not doing it now then? See, that's my situation. And then bam.
That's insane.
Right.
It would have been. It could have been right here.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
It was like right here, but it gets up and moves here.
Right. Right. And it's.
What?
I want y'all to be able to see all my fingers. I mean, I'm not pushing, pulling, or tugging on this.
But you let go.
Now, do we want to change the battery just for poops and giggles?
Yeah.
Let's change the battery. Because I know it's a new battery in there. I put it in 2 days ago.
There's something.
Ooh, something bumped me. Right here, feel this static right here. There's static right here. Feel it? The hair's on my arms. Right here. Right here.
Is the meter? I was almost make sure you watch the K2.
You get.
That is insane.
All right, just one more time, just for fun.
And then we're going to change the battery just to make sure.
If the battery was going bad, Tony, it would go bad here.
Right. But what we want to do is take
How
away.
is that doing that out in the middle of the floor?
I want to take away anything.
I understand completely.
That
I'm a logical guy.
You know.
I mean, logically, if the battery was going bad, it would be on a rhythm as well.
Yes.
It would be on a cycle as well.
Yes.
Or it would go completely
right
nano.
And then,
so that's why I wanted to show you my hand.
But now again, Paul,
all fingers and
show
thumb.
them how far away or how close your hand has to be for the antenna for it to look at that.
Going on.
I'm just saying.
Brand new battery, folks. There we go. And this is where the entity manifested.
What is doing that?
There should be nothing underneath us.
Right. No, there's a.
And there it's going.
Well,
and I guess what I'm saying from a logical standpoint, electricity, water,
Shouldn't be
anything
out.
that should have any, there's no animals, there's nothing that's, I mean, again, earlier we had hits there. We had,
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
that's the line.
there's something.
You have my flashlight?
There's something more to it than meets the eye.
Yes, there is.
In a situation like this, if there was something faulty in the electrical system, something faulty with this particular area, it would continue to be at fault. If it quit being at fault, we would see sparks, fire, there would be something more drastic, or the light would go out, the fan would quit working, it would be less drastic. If everything stays the same, then the readings should, again, stay the same.
The team sets up a ghost box session.
Do you think this is your house?
Is this your home? Is this your land? Is this your property? Do you feel that you own this place? Do you feel that you own this place?
Did you follow the Perkins whenever they moved? What's your name? What's your name? Are you making the device come on? Can you do it now? Can you do it? Make it, put more energy into it. Make more lights come on.
The team attempts to debunk the Shadow Man video.
This is where the camera between Darla and Paul is where the camera
Yeah,
sits.
right there at the breaker box.
Can you see it?
Right there. It's right through here.
Here, can you
Yeah.
see
She
it?
unplugged it.
So that's what I'm saying. You get behind there, there's no. That's what me and Wesley were talking about. There's no.
That's around. I don't see the camera.
It's sitting
right
over
there.
there.
It's
Oh,
There,
there.
sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no way with the camera sitting there.
There's no light source behind that at all.
There's no light source. Can you shine the light, please, Paul?
Yeah.
Now, see, there's no light source at all. They're just a wall. So there's no way it could have projected any ways. Nothing could have projected onto this wall.
Well, even,
You okay?
sorry.
They captured a disembodied voice.
Well, even,
You okay?
sorry.
But you would see you.
And that light being on,
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to.
We would see you, Paul. You know what
You
I'm
see the
saying?
difference in the video and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the, I mean, that's not,
You're just getting
there's
bits.
no real,
Right, outline.
yeah,
And it's all funky looking.
yeah. I mean, there's no, there's no way to,
So we,
there's no way to pull it. I mean, you can't.
in your opinion,
So here we go. I mean, there is,
right? There's no
with
way.
whatever light source would be present.
So in your opinion, there's no way to replicate this. That's where you about touched it. There's no way to replicate this.
When you see the video, you see that
Here you go, Jim.
something would have to be. If you can see, you can't really. I have to see my shadow this way. You can't really
Right.
see my shadow behind my hand because
That shouldn't be happening. You see.
The thing is like, that's the most I've ever seen that thing go on. And I've had it everywhere. I mean, every now and then in the courthouse, it'll peg a little bit, but nothing like that.
Just give it a code.
For me to light that up, I'm at millimeters.
And for it to do what it was doing, something has to have a hold of it about it.
Yeah.
See, to replicate that, oh, you are good. That's why I like working with smart people. For us to replicate that, that's about what it was doing. So this thing had to be right on it. Had to be right on it.
Because now it's not. That's the bulb.
Look. How do you explain that?
I can't.
I think there's
come to the area.
The X.
Have you seen the video where I X'd originally? Okay, no difference. I'm not going to move anything but my arm.
Right. Look at that. And that's where it manifested. Paul, let's go into the other room and
Exact
see.
opposite side.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we were kind of doing earlier.
3, 2, okay.
The things we do to bring you guys good evidence. I'll tell you why.
Okay, it's just a reflection. Now, there's some cobwebs in here, so if
That's all right, bro.
Okay, hold on.
Look at this. We should not be getting any. But that's where the X is at. See, now you're not getting nothing. There. It's moving around, Paul. In your estimation, is that energy source moving around?
Yeah, because if I'm standing still and it changes, then now I have when I was testing in there earlier, I had a up to 5 seconds. I started at 4 and I was getting to -1 before it.
Right.
From the time it hit to the time that it quit. I'm going to clean the cobwebs off.
Sure.
So it's going to go off, obviously.
Right.
So, again, not moving anything but my arm.
Nothing.
0.
There. And you just moved right through that 2 seconds ago. Now it stopped. It's moving around.
5, 4, 3.
But for it to set the alarm off, something has to
Something
touch
has
it.
to happen. Yeah, there's no. I cleaned the cobwebs off.
Went in there to lay down, and he shut the door, and all of a sudden there's somebody at the closet, standing at the closet. And I kept looking like, I know I'd been drinking, but there's somebody there.
It's not a hallucination thing.
I mean, it was clear as day. There was no fuzz to it, no, blurriness, nothing. There's somebody standing there. And I kept saying, Anthony. No response. And then it just faded away. That was the very first deal in the house.
And that's approximately where that is.
You want me to tap on the wall? You want to go back out there,
About
Paul?
5 feet-ish, 4 feet.
Huh. There's a gim.
Tap on the wall. Or...
3. It would actually be on the other side of that.
I'm going to tap on the wall.
Yeah, it's approximately this area.
No, that's about 2 feet off, 3 feet, maybe.
Just on the other side. Just on the other side of the lamp. Right in here is where you were tapping.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to kind of halfway block myself between it and the light.
Can you make the lights come on? Can you touch the antenna, please?
There you go.
Look at that.
I'm gonna go back to the X.
Okay. Is this a portal? Who's here with us? Can you show yourself?
Yep.
We'll do it.
All right. I'll show you. That's what I just said.
How many people are here? Is this a portal? Is where Paul marked the X on the floor, is that a portal? Say yes or no. Where do you come from?
The team moves to the kitchen area of the house.
Can you hear me? We can hear you, almost. I'm listening.
Who do you want to talk to? Are you the one that drove the elderly lady crazy? Are you trapped here? Can you tell me your name?
I think to get out as he wants to get out.
Do you want out of here?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Are you trapped here?
Hiding, maybe? I didn't want to guess. It just was like hiding.
Hiding?
Hiding.
Do you want to leave?
I think you got an affirmative.
Did you die here?
No.
Were you ever born?
On day 2 of the investigation, team members and psychic mediums Holly Mullins and Dallas Adams enter the house and attempt to connect with the energy in the home.
When I come in, I automatically get drawn back to this area. And for whatever reason, this is where I felt like most of the activity happened in the house. And it was back toward these back bedrooms and in this little common area here. And you can tell that there's a lot of oppression in this whole neighborhood. And that has a lot to do, I think, with what's going on right now. As we know, shadow people, for me anyway, are very lower vibrational entities that are attracted to any kind of oppression, right, or repression or whatever. And I think years and years of that adds up, and you get a lot of activity around here. I think there's been claims of of course the Shadow Man, and he has been seen in this room and in this room. And here is, if I'm not mistaken, this is where one of the previous tenants of the house actually kind of had a psychotic break and started shooting through the walls.
Mm-hmm. They said she went from like Susie Homemaker to losing her mind and shooting out the walls, shooting at the neighbors. And my question was, and I hope we get that answer today, is why? What all of a sudden changed for her? Because we know if someone is suffering from any kind of mental illnesses, plays a lot of part in this, plays a lot of part in what you see, what you feel, hearing things. People just automatically assume people just lose their minds and it's just their minds. That's not always the case. It's a mixture of both. So our goal tonight here is to connect with the energy of the house. We're going to try to go into meditative states and see if we can connect with the essence of the house. But not only the house, it's the property. It's the whole street. It's, like Dallas said, oppression.
Yeah.
And that can be very, very hard for a whole community to deal with.
It is. And just rolling up into the community, you could feel that in the pit of your stomach. And you're like, wow, there's something definitely going on here in the whole neighborhood, not just this house. But, as we know with repression and oppression and all that stuff, if you already have some issues and things going on, that it really feeds off of that. And I think just years and years of that build up is kind of what we're dealing with here. This is my first time actually being here in this house. And you always have those, you have to get used to the energy of a house, right? Every house has its own energy. And this one in particular has a very, very heavy energy. And you can just pick up on it right away. This area that I'm standing in here is the area that I'm drawn to the most. I know that's where they said that she kind of had that psychotic break. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I'm like Holly, I want to know kind of what's behind that, what actually happened, because as we know, mental illness always gets written off as just a sickness where there's no cure for it, but they want to throw pharmaceuticals at you and all this and that, of course. But we think with a spiritual approach that certain diagnoses can be worked through, and maybe she just had started coming into her own abilities, and not really realizing what was going on, because a lot of those older folks in the Appalachian area are very out of touch with that, right? Because we're always told that it doesn't exist and that we are crazy if we see anything like that or hear anything like that or whatever, So I think that played a lot into what was going on with her at the time.
Holly and Dallas perform a pendulum session.
This is my medicine bag. So shamans use medicine bags to hold things spiritually that call to them. I keep my pendulum in here for my energy work, and it's a good way, like people using dowling rods, same kind of deal. You just let the energy flow. This is the one I've been using for a long time.
Yay.
But yeah, it's a medicine bag. And you typically leave it close to your chest. Of course, mine dangles, but you want it close to your chest. And you put things in there that spiritually charge you, things that are given to you or you find and you feel like that you need to put in your bag. So there's a little bit of motive light in here, which is like a little slither. And I know people who are thinking, oh man, that's crazy, because motive light has a lot of energy. It can bust open some spiritual walls.
Yeah, absolutely. So with your pendulum, what is it that we can do here with that?
So what we can do, we can allow a visual for you guys, because we feel things, and if you're watching this, you can't necessarily always feel it if you're not completely in touch, but it's a visual thing more than anything for me. It allows people to see, if I ask questions, it will move in particular ways that I choose. People who connect with their pendulum, they usually set a yes or no pattern, and mine is clockwise a yes and a counterclockwise or still would be a no. So we're going to ask some questions. Why not? Is what is happening here, is it on the land? Is it something that's happened on the land? That's a no.
Is it something associated with the family that has lived here?
No. Did the woman that lived here, who shot through the walls, did she have some type of spiritual experience that awakened her? It's a yes. Do you want us to be here? Yes or no? Do you want us to be here? Yes. Okay. And some of you might be wondering too, the pendulum will move drastic sometimes, and sometimes it's just like slower. It's just the energy. You just got to keep in mind that they are communicating with us.
I heard something cracking through there.
Is there something in the house or under the house?
I keep hearing
I
that.
keep hearing it too. That we need to find. Might be an animal.
It may be. You want me to show out?
Go ahead. Check it out. You want me to help you up?
Lord, that's what happens when you get old. Oh shit, I keep stepping in something and losing my shoe there. Okay, we heard some thumping or some scurrying or something around in here. I don't know if it's animal related or what, but as you can tell, they've not lived here for a while. Something so terrifying that they just pack up their stuff and left. So that tells you right there, you know, the magnitude of what we're dealing with here. And it's not to be taken lightly, especially for someone who has no spiritual experience. Oh, yep, I'm hearing it good in here. Whew. We're getting some good activity. I don't know if you guys heard that on the camera or not, but
They should have. It's got that boom mic on it. It's crazy. We can definitely end this session
let's
right
end
now.
it right now.
Yeah.
So Holly and I were just in the kitchen area back there, and we were doing a little pendulum session, as you'll see, and we started hearing some activity. And at first, it sounded like a little thud in the girls' bedroom, in the back bedroom there, and then it moved into the bathroom area. And it was something very prominent, and you'll hear it probably on the footage that we got because we were recording. It was a little bit louder and closer to us. So as we were doing that pendulum session, it was stirring up a lot of good energy in there. So I think it's going to be very active.
During day 2 of the investigation, Several team members spent time in the house. All of them talked about the energy in the home.
I mean, they literally just left everything.
Yep.
And kids are not to act on just leaving their toys and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's eerie.
Yeah. I mean, if we didn't know the personal stories of these people, we'd think they just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're still a loofah in the shower with shampoo. It's not as heavy as it normally is, though. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't feel it as heavy as earlier.
Like the first time when we both came up here, that was pretty intense.
It was, and when me and Dallas were in here doing this session, it got intense.
A little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think at that time I might have been in the vehicle, but it's not like it has been.
Mm-mm.
But that's how this stuff works. They like to mess with you.
Yeah, they do. What are you feeling, Bonnie?
Not like I did the first time I came in here.
That's what Jim was saying.
Perhaps it's this time of day with the sun coming through and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe after that sets, things will change a little.
Yeah. Bonnie, what do you think about intentionally going into locations and putting your energy into something like this?
Well, if there's something unsettled, sometimes it helps it to settle. I'm hoping that it'll help settle things for the people who are involved, who are very vulnerable to any negative vibrations. It's very difficult for them to handle. Mm-hmm. We've been around things like this for a long time. I've been doing this for over 55 years, and it's just something commonplace I've ran into before, and it's nothing. In a way, they want to be left alone. In a way, they like people around that they can control. I can feel a little heaviness.
Yeah.
Right here. That does, yeah.
If you close your eyes and connect with it, what do you feel?
It's almost like going into a cavern. You see these old scary movies with the teeth. Then too, there's another vibration that's very uplifting, and you don't know which one is.
You can't defer them. Like, that's hard to tell.
Well, it's like people.
Yeah.
No one is completely bad.
Yep.
Or completely good.
Yep.
We all have our little idiosyncrasies.
We do.
And so do other beings.
Yep.
Tony and Thomas decide to spend part of the night in the home to close out the investigation.
Guys, we are here at the Shadow House. Holly and Dallas have left. Jenny and Bonnie have left. It's about 9:30 or so. What time we got?
9:41.
9:41. So Thomas and I are going to give it a go for a couple, 3 hours and see what we can catch. We have a tri-field meter. We have a mail meter. We have 2 or 3 types of spirit boxes. Turn this on. We have a couple of K2s. Guys, there have been a few experiences tonight. Holly and Dallas had some experiences. Jenny had an experience with energy. She was feeling the energy was really heavy. Now we're going to try and make contact with the shadow man. We get him to show himself, that has plagued the homeowners here. There's been the first homeowner and she shall remain nameless, went insane over a period of time dealing with these entities. The second homeowners, they experienced some really terrifying things here, and we're hoping that we can maybe get some validation. We have some really good security cam footage, but we would like to build upon that and get a little more. So,
and one thing too, we do have a REM pod style device setting where Holly and Dallas said there was possibly a vortex. So that would be an ideal place for something to set that meter off. So if you hear a sound, that could be what it is going on. Before we run the box, Tony, maybe we should just sit here a little bit and ask maybe for some K2 hits, or maybe set off a meter or something like that. Would you think that might be a good idea?
Absolutely, because there's been a lot of reports of noises, footsteps, visual sightings of the shadow man, running from the back of the home where we have one of the cameras pointed up in this area. We also have right directly in front of us, that's where the shadow man manifested that the homeowners caught on the security cam, that they were gracious.
We're right in the room.
We're in the room.
We're within 10 foot of where it was actually happening.
Absolutely. And we are within 50 feet of where all the action took place all over all those years.
Let's see if we can get some K2 hits. If there's anyone here, if you could, please come up and just wave your hand over this little device. It'll make the lights come on, and we'll know that you're here. It won't hurt you. Just wave your hand over it and the lights will come on.
Now there's no HVAC in here, there's nothing.
No, the house is kind of hot. Even though it's cool outside, it's kind of hot in the house.
It was 81 just a few minutes ago. So the reason I made the comment about HVAC is if you hear some noises, some thumps, trust us, there's no air conditioning in here. There's nothing except lights.
And if we hear something that comes from the outside, we'll make sure to acknowledge that.
Yes. If you're here with us, can you tap on the wall? Can you open one of the cabinets? You've shown yourself in the past. Can you do so now? Can you walk up and wave your hand over the green light? Did you hear that?
I heard a thump that time.
Come on, can you do it? Are you afraid?
There's a little bit of noise coming from back where they said the vortex area was, the bedroom and the bathroom. There's a little hallway there. There's been a few bangs back there.
Can you do that louder? Walk through the room. Alrighty. If you come up and speak into this device, we can hear you. Think of it as a translator between your world and ours. Do you like us being here? Is this your house? Is there anyone that wants to come forward? Look, K2, K2, K2.
Yep.
Feel it.
That should be getting it as well.
Yes, we're having a bump. Can you do that again?
There, it just went again, K2 did.
Get it?
Yep.
Great.
Can you lock the K2 meter up again, please?
Show us what you got. Try to make all the lights come on. Can you, I'm gonna put this meter right here. Sure. Can you see it? You got it?
That camera there should be catching it.
How about that?
Yeah, I got you now.
Can you make this meter come on? Alternate between the 2 meters. You should have plenty of energy. We know what you are. So don't play games. We know what you're capable of. We know what you are. Okay, get some static. The hair standing up on my arms. See that?
Well, yeah.
Check that out. All right. Is this your house? Is this your house? That's the second time a female voice has tried to come through. What's your name?
What's it like where you're at? Can you tell us about it?
That's the temperature.
What was it saying though? There was a voice in there
There was a
too.
voice in there. Can you do that again? Tell us what it's like where you're at. Drop the temperature again. That's pretty good.
Yeah. There was a voice there too.
Yes.
But I don't know what it was saying.
She heard the voices in the wall and finally shot at you out of terror and fear.
I'm the demon. So what it's saying?
Saying something. I said chill.
Somebody said I'm the demon.
Well, if you are, then knock on a wall. Prove it. Knock on a wall. What is your name? Tell us the name of the lady that you drove insane. Did you hear that?
I heard that, and we also got a hit on the black K2.
Now that was out of thin air.
Yeah.
That wasn't from the outside, that was from...
That was disembodied voice of some sort. Hopefully the recorders picked it up and we can hear it. The K2 black one is lighting up to yellow.
There you go.
Thank you.
Don't light the white one up.
And what's interesting now, both of those K2s are not just maybe a foot apart. So if there was an outside source setting those off,
oh, they would both
come on. So
yeah,
we know it's something different.
And that was me that moved my foot for that little bump.
But don't be afraid of us. Don't be hiding. Come out and interact with us. This could be the only opportunity that you really get to interact with somebody who understands that you're here.
The rest of the night was largely uneventful. but the temperature alarm did go off a third time on the SB11 ghost box, and there were various unexplained thumps and bangs within the house. At different times, there were a series of hits on the K2 meters. As the activity slowed and the morning grew closer, Tony and Thomas decided to call it a night and packed up. The investigation yielded some evidence and numerous personal experiences.
You can definitely feel the energy. It's like an on and off thing. The more you sit in this house, the more that you connect with the energy, and that's normal for people because you are interacting with your environment a little bit longer.
I'm going to ease it toward the X. Got a little bump. Had a spike. Right.
This is like close encounters of the third kind.
The Shadow House case and investigation took place over several months, from the initial meeting with the homeowners to the final night of investigating the home. The team used many techniques and equipment to document the activity during the investigation. The conclusion of the investigation was one that suggests the home has an energy vortex or portal near the center of the house that acts as a kind of conduit for the activity. As of now, the home sits vacant, only occupied by the energy within its walls, waiting for the next unfortunate family to occupy the Shadow House.
Thank you.